Hey, good morning, everyone. Looks like I got a wonderful breakfast, a little bit of everything, rice, some noodles, one of these little fried vegetable patties, an egg with some salsa on it. Let's see if you can get that. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good breakfast there. Um, anyway, yeah, so that's one of the reasons why I chose this spot. It was pretty nice. It's one of the cheaper spots. The only thing, uh, it's a little on the outskirts of town being that way. There's a mini, like I said yesterday, I have to hit an ATM. There's a mini ATM down the way. Um, I'll do that before I take off. Um, there's an issue I want to bring up real quick. I'll try and make this short. Is um, my camera is finally starting to see its wear and tear, its damage. When I'm editing and I have my headphones in and stuff, and I'm doing the editing on my phone, I can tell that the speakers on my DJI has suffered some water damage. Sometimes it works okay, sometimes they don't. There's a little message that pops up on the screen that says microphone blocked. Something is blocking the sound. But I think that started up after that really heavy rain, and yeah, even though I have a bag I put it in, what happens is when it gets a little soaked, a little wet, and then I stick it in the bag, this just becomes a big incubator of, like a little, like, yeah, it moisture gets into everything. So it already has some other problems too. Like it takes me at least 3 times to actually shut it off. It shuts off and turns itself back on. And that's annoying when I'm trying to put the case on and it turns itself back on and it tries to swivel out and everything. And so after close to not quite a year, it's still under warranty. But the thing is, if I want to get this replaced, which is a mail-in replacement, I have to go back to Vietnam because they only honor the they only honor the warranty in the country that you buy it. Same way with my phone. If something goes wrong with my phone, I have to go back to Malaysia to get the warranty honored there. Um, so my solution for the speaker is if I don't remember to put this on, the sound quality is just going to be crap. So people are going to complain about it, I know, because they're going to miss this little section that I just put in here. This won't be one of the videos they watch, and they're going to say, what's wrong with your sound and stuff. So that's what's wrong with my sound. This thing's starting to suffer some damage, but that's because I'm treating it like an action camera, and it's not really meant to be an action camera. And I'm not sure it's holding up really good for the abuse I'm putting it through, so I'm impressed by DJI's product. I mean, even this thing went through the washing machine, you know what I'm saying? And it survived. So anyway, guys, that's something I'm going to have to think about, because if I go back to Vietnam, I'm going to have to figure out how much the price is, because if I try and get this fixed through someone different, like a camera shop, then that's most likely going to void the warranty altogether. And I think if I go back, I might be able to get this fixed, extend my warranty for another year. Not fixed. What it is, it's a full replacement. You're allowed up to, I think, 2 replacements per year, like full replacement. So it's sent in, they look at it, yeah, it's damaged or whatever, and then they send me a new one. Well, that's if everything goes smoothly. Obviously, life doesn't work that way. But that means I would have to actually be willing to take a break from the road, figure out where to put my bicycle, where to store my bicycle, and take a pause and figure out if I can actually even get to Vietnam and back cheaply before I can continue my journey. So it'd be a pause of a few months. I could continue filming in Vietnam and stuff like that, but I'll have to remain in this city that I basically send it out from. So that's just a problem that I mentioned in the past, and it seems this camera's just getting worse and worse. I notice now that a lot of my pictures in the morning, it seems like there's a fog, like a fog on the camera. So, and then it seems to clear up. So, yeah, it's not like, it's not from the environment. You know, it's pretty persistent. Like, I don't know if there's moisture in the lens or whatnot. So anyway, these are things I'm gonna have to figure out. You know, I can ignore the fact, but I mean, without a camera, I don't have a YouTube channel. So that kind of takes priority over everything. So, all right, guys, it's morning time. I still got 333 kilometers to get to, how do you pronounce it? Baco, which is where's the ferry's at. And I'll try and get down there, take it across. Even if I do end up staying here, I still need to extend my C1 visa. So, and I have a little over 2 weeks, and I need at least a 2-week buffer zone to start the application process. At least that's what's mentioned online. So anyway, that's an update, and I'm going to get out there and hit the road here. Well, I just finished up. It's 10 o'clock. I just finished up posting a video, a members video, and also switching one from members to the general public. I'm like, okay, I'm ready to get out on the bicycle, and it just started raining. And I don't want to get out there in this again. Oh well, it is what it is. I still got to push through the rain regardless if it is. I'm just gonna, yeah, just take that into consideration. Yeah, it just started. Now I was gonna hit the road. Well, all right, well, I made it to a little resort town. The wind is really kicking up right now. And this was the only spot that actually had an ATM that was not a mini ATM. So, like I said, the wind's actually picking up. The ATM's right here. Hey, brother. I just wanted to get a view of the ocean. Okay. Just if you want to know where this location is the Warong, Malawi. So good view. You can just sit out there for free. The ATM's right next to it. It's the only one that's not a mini. So what the owner of the hostel I was staying in says, you can't use minis with foreign cards. So I couldn't withdraw back there. I had to come all the way out here to get it. So anyway, I'm going to turn this off so I can get some cash out. So I was in luck. I was able to withdraw $1 million, which is $60. That's all I need for now. 60 goes a long ways. I figured I'd film a little more of this little town here before getting back on my bicycle. It's a nice little surf town. It's just the weather. So yeah, cool. Now I can go get a cup of coffee somewhere. God damn, I can't get across. I'm dropping down by the beach here, scoping out possible camping areas. I thought this road might have went a little farther, but it looks like that might be some camping areas. Look at that ocean. And just walking along the wall a little to get a better picture of the ocean. I was thinking it's possibly over here for camping, but there's also, I think, a cheap hotel out here. So I'm gonna go swing by the cheap hotel, see how much they want. And yeah, this is actually a nice little area. The cows like it. Well, take a little alley right back here behind the buildings, and I think this over here is a graveyard. Not positive, but there's a big, this is all big coconut fields out here. So, like I said, if I could find a clearing, I could camp in it. The hotel, I do believe, is right over there. But yeah, this is a graveyard. This one is. And I might go over this direction, see if there's any good camping. Gonna check this out first though. Get a different view of the ocean here. Oh wow, that is one angry ocean. Nice little graveyard. Hey guys. Wow. That's where I was right over there just a second ago. Hey, brothers. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, so I'm gonna get out of the graveyard and ride along through the coconut trees for a while, see if I can find an opening, like a clearing, like I did last time, where one of these coconuts or one of the branches, also got to be careful with the branches, won't pop off and hit you. Yeah, it's not safe to camp under these, not in the wind, the way the wind's been, so. Well, there's a big enough clearing between the palm trees and a wind block from the ocean on the other side of that. It's thick enough that it's keeping the wind from actually hitting hard over here. And since the wind's traveling this way, anything that falls off these trees will kind of fall in that direction. So yeah, this clearing's actually big enough between the windbreak and the palm trees. The only thing is this seems fairly busy right here, back and forth for scooters. And so I'm trying to find a spot that's a little out of sight, out of mind, but not so hidden that it looks suspicious. Look at this. That is pretty stealthy right there. Someone kind of put up a little cow blocker, so the cows probably won't walk out that way. Because this is still a cow field. Anyway, I'm going to wander around, try and find the best spot. I think I'll go ahead and camp here. Well, I'm looking at the map, and it's 3 o'clock. I still got at least 2 hours that I should be on the road. I've only gone, from what Strava tells me, I've only gone 41 kilometers. I need to do a little bit more than that. And looking at this view of satellite, I'm in a stretch that doesn't take off up into the hills for a while. It runs along this beach for a long distance before it actually heads up into the mountains. Actually, it runs, at least on this one, it's got 12 kilometers straight on this one, hooks up a little into the mountains but not far, and then drops right back down. I'm positive I can find spots to camp along the way. It looks like it's just beach and palms all the way down. So I'm not going to waste I mean, this is a great spot right here. It's safe. It's got a great wind block, behind me. But the fact is I wanted to put some more kilometers down. I want to at least do 60 plus. So back on the bike, guys. All right, I'm going off the main road here. There's a spot called Villa Pinto. It's about 3.3 kilometers. The stretch of beach was a lot smaller than I thought, and I ended up heading off into the hills, into the palm orchards again. So hopefully this will take me back out to the beach. But I had to go 3.3 kilometers to get out there. And it was something I saw on Google Maps. So I'm going to go check it out. But I don't have much choice. It's 5:19 right now. And this will be the last option. So regardless, I'm going to have to camp out there if I find a spot or not. Okay, I think tonight I'm going to be sleeping with the cobras. I kind of made a decision to sleep in the oil palms today instead of going all the way back. Birds, instead of going all the way back to
down to the ocean. I just cut it short, and since it's oil palms, there's nothing really going to follow me too heavy. The older bottom branches are always cut back on the oil palms to expose the fruit, I guess. But they're also the ones that are overgrown, usually the worst, and that's where the snakes are at. So, yeah, so I'm looking for something that's not too overgrown. The road's like literally right there. I'm not barely off the road at all. I just saw a little bit of a clearing without a major trail going to it right back here. So, and if I can get a little bit of grass, I won't be in the mud. So this is actually what I saw. There's a little bit of grass right here. I mean, they'll be able to see me from the road, but the sun's going down anyway. And yeah, and it's not overgrown. It's almost what I'm thinking about right here. Even though there's a little bit of a slant, there's some grass to get me out of the mud. Not quite as hidden as I would like it to be, but the more hidden it is, the more overgrown it seems to be. So yeah, I'm just gonna set up camp right here. This spot looks good. Well, I got the tent up and I'm all set up here, but unfortunately I can't take a sponge bath because once I got I got enough water. I got 2.5 liters, so I was going to use one for a sponge bath. And if you use this right here, it reduces the amount of water you use. So I could actually get a decent sponge bath with about half of this. Obviously, it's not as nice as taking a shower in a motel, but it's to get the day's sweat off you. You know, it's just, it doesn't matter. It's just, you got to get rid of it. But the mosquitoes came out in full force and just started attacking me. And I've tried to do that before, try to take a sponge bath with mosquitoes, and then you end up itching all night because they just bap, 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 hit you everywhere. And so I think tonight I'm gonna have to embrace the stank. I mean, I don't like doing that. Or I just wait a little bit later. That's probably what I'll do, is I'll wait a little bit later until all the mosquitoes go home, you know, for the night, and go back to their families, and, you know, start watching TV or something. And then I'll do a quick sponge up. But yeah, I'm all set up. So I have plenty of food. It's gonna be a good night. I got some snacks and I got some cold cooked for the top ramen. I didn't realize how much I actually had. I got some rehydration drinks. These are some of my favorites. They're Mizone. Yeah, these are my favorites. The lemon lime one is my favorite, but they're all pretty good. They got B12s in them and stuff. Well, B vitamins in them, makes you feel a little bit better. But, and they're cheaper than that, what is it? Well, anyway, they're cheap. Yeah, so tonight, do a little editing, do some snacks, and wait until the mosquitoes go home, and then wash up. So, good night, y'all. Tomorrow, you'll see the camp. I'll make sure I'll try and make sure I get everything on film before I collapse it up. So, but right now, yeah, it's not worth getting eaten alive. All right, good night, y'all, and tomorrow's another day.